What's good, YouTube? It's your boy MarshTheKid back with another video. Today, a video by Low Class Scum. He's a brand new YouTuber, or I wouldn't call him a YouTuber yet. He's a brand new aspiring content creator. Uploaded a video. Why does every kid want to be an influencer? I feel like this video is very relatable. Also, because I'm only 23. You know what I'm saying? It's very relatable. But let's just dive in, man.
Gen Z is the influencer generation, and I don't really know how to feel.
Hey, I can barely hear it.
Because you see Gen Z as well, but I don't understand why every Gen Z alpha, like every person under the age of 30 wants to be, an influencer. And even people over the age of 30. Some people want to do this whole influencer stuff. And I blame Vine. And all these other social media antics, and the fact that, everybody wants to chase that influencer dream, and they think that, I'd rather just wake up and make six figures, right? And I can't blame that, because obviously I'm sitting here doing the same thing, but at the same time, I think a lot of people put too much pressure onto their podcast, onto their YouTube channel, their TikToks, their this, right?
Because a lot of people just want that.
Going and doing.
Yeah. A lot of people just want that easy money. They don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to really grind and get their hands dirty to get an income. They just want to lay in bed, post a video, and then make a meal. It don't work like that. Even this content creation stuff. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I've been doing TikTok for a minute, but I'm just really starting to get into YouTube a couple months ago, and it's a grind. Posting every day, or at least every other day, consistently engaging with the viewers, your chat, your supporters, subscribers, keeping up with content is hard, bro. You feel me? A lot of people are honestly not ready for the grind. I love it. I love the grind. You feel me? It's something I fell in love with doing. But a lot of people don't fall in love with the grind. They fall in love with the money. You feel me? So when you see a lot of people fall off, it's not because of the grind. It's just because they're not getting as much money as they were when they were popping. So now they just want to make it seem like, I'm interested in something else. Like, no, you just want a quick bag. That's why you see a lot of girls, they quote unquote influencers, and then all of a sudden they just stop posting. Or you always hear the phrase, I need to start posting. I need to start doing this. I'm going to start doing this. If you were a real influencer, you would have been started. You wouldn't even have to have that conversation. You would have just got on it like that. I'm telling you. My thing is, this is a little quick yap session, because I'm going to just let the video play out, really, and give my synopsis at the end. But also, I just feel like this is women and men. You're not, just because one video blows up, or just because you get 1,000 followers or likes on the post, does not mean you're a content creator. Stop putting that in your bio. Stop it. I hate that. If you aren't getting paid by the platform itself, ad revenue, or if you're not doing brand deals, collabs, or branded posts, you're not an influencer. You're not a creator. I'm sorry to burst your bubbles, but you're not that. I'm not getting into any details about my income or anything like that. But what I can say is that YouTube, it's not a surprise. Y'all know the requirements to get paid on YouTube. You see, I don't have the subscriber count to get paid yet. It's not a surprise. It's just something you can look up on Google. So I'm not getting paid on YouTube yet. So I wouldn't call myself a YouTube creator. I would call myself a TikToker, because I get paid from the platform TikTok itself, as well as doing brand deals and ads on TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, it's right up there. Feel me? On top of the screen. Yeah. But I will call myself a TikToker. You feel me? When I get my first YouTube check, no matter if it's a cent, $1, or 100,000, I will then be a YouTuber, because that's when you're getting the income. Just because my first post on TikTok, I got a mail. Or no, my bad. My very first post on TikTok, I got 35K. I remember it. I was originally going to do a Flight Reacts clip page. And then when I started doing my own content, remember I hit my first mill. I wasn't calling myself a creator. I wanted to post after that, but I wasn't a creator. You feel me? I was just posting, trying to make a name for myself. But now that I'm at that status where I get paid on the platform itself, yes, I would consider myself a creator in that sense. So let's not get the word influencer confused with someone that just posts on the platform.
Fans, right? Because they just think it's a lot easier to wake up, snap a naked picture of themselves, and then, go ahead and make millions of dollars. But at the end of the day, you have to understand too that that's not the easiest job ever. Like, I mean, think about it, right? Like, even if you wake up and you go work at McDonald's, you're still that's still a job that you can, like, it's still a job is my point. You don't have to worry about where your money's going to come from. As long as you wake up, go to your job, let's say go flip burgers or take orders or make milkshakes or whatever the hell you do at McDonald's, you know that you're still going to get a paycheck on every week or every 2 weeks whenever they pay, if it's bi-weekly, Even if you work a traditional 9-to-5 job, like as a graphic designer or a doctor, a lawyer, astronaut, whatever,
I'm going to turn it down.
Right, stuff that is actually
just don't be scared to work a regular job, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you work at McDonald's or Bojangles for the time being until you get back on your feet, so be it. So be it. You know what I'm saying? Me, on top of content creation, I love graphic design. I'm a graphic designer. I love doing visuals, flyers, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's also a realistic source of income for me. That's something I can do along with the content. So don't limit yourself just because you want an easy bag. Go work your hands dirty.
Podcasters give up on their podcast is the fact that they just don't want to keep going with the podcast, right? They do, let's say, 42 episodes, and they're like, oh man, after 42 episodes, nobody's watching my podcast, man. Screw it, I'm not going to do this no more, And that's what causes a lot of people to not want to do the podcast, or they give up on that influencer dream. But do they ever really give up on the influencer dream, though? Because at the end of the day, like, I know plenty of people, including myself, who will say, I'm going to go the normal job route, and then they end up going down that normal job route. They work for like 6 months and they're like, oh, I'm going to go back into just the because I can't deal with this, right? And a lot of the times is that people can deal with authority. They can't deal with that corporate structure. Like, for myself, I can't deal with corporate structure. Like, I wouldn't mind if it was like a freelance type gig where it's like, hey, I provide with the service and then you pay me money and that's it, and I'm my boss. So technically, yes, the person paying you the money, boss, but at the same time, once I get your business and I get you to go ahead and recommend to me, if I didn't like the way that you spoke, the way that you handle the situation, I can just go ahead and say, okay, I'm not going to work with you no more because I already got your business. You already recommended me to someone else. So yeah, I'm not going to be rude to your face, but again, I still make that. It's not like, oh, you got to go work at this place, and if you don't like the way that this place does it, well, you have to go apply for another job. And in this, you can't really find another job. That's why I don't blame these Gen Z, Gen Alpha people for deciding that they want to go and do an influencer job. Like, oh, I'll go make TikToks and do this. And some people might get away with it, right? Not to be controversial, but at the same time, it's kind of stuff is about. So it's like, I mean, yeah, if you're a cute girl or a gorgeous young lady, you might have a better chance of becoming TikTok these little dances than you would for someone like me who isn't a cute girl or isn't really like the traditional trad Chad looking dude, you know what I mean? So like, you're right, I might have better success working at a regular job because I don't fit that society's, I guess, idea of beauty. Although I don't know, with the stuff that's going on with the whole non-body shaming or body acceptance, fat acceptance, you know what I mean? But I don't really see a lot of people advocating for fat men, right? You know what I mean? And not to be bad, but I'm just saying, like, see a lot of people advocating for fat women, saying it's okay for women to be fat, but yet, have you ever seen a man walk in there? I mean, let's be honest. When's the last time you saw a man?
That's a double standard.
Fat, right? In these movements. But that's besides the point, right? The point is, even, and this isn't trying to turn into a man versus woman thing, but it really just is the truth, right? A lot of people think that doing this is a lot easier than working a 9-to-5 job.
It's harder.
I'm telling you that for a fact.
It's way harder.
I was saying this to one of my coworkers the other day because they said that Kai Cenat Cenat's job as a streamer is easier than working as a security guard. No, it's not. There's no way you're gonna. I mean, yeah, maybe in the sense of, but even then, I don't even think so. I can't even argue for that. I think that being a security guard or doing anything, working any 9-to-5 job is going to be a lot easier than being a streamer. I mean, if you've seen that Jubilee video where it's like the people who work 9-to-5s versus FaZe, most of them were FaZe Clan, but I guess all of them were like so their job is a lot harder because at the end of the day, what the people were like, the people work 9-to-5 jobs were is the truth, right? What happens when you lose that clout? Like, you have all your followers doing this, and I get that these people, because luckily these people like, Stable Ronaldo, Jason Naween, FaZe Adapt, Lacey, like, they got a point, you know what I mean? Hey, I own real estate, so I rent all this stuff, so at the end of the day, they still have that regular estate 9-to-5 type mentality, but it's like they're really not working 9-to-5 because they could just sit in their house and say, hey, making money out the rent. So I mean, I'm pretty sure Ronaldo was messing around when he said, "Oh, I just raised the rent on Christmas." Like, he's just trying to troll, and maybe not, because I know plenty of landlords that do that stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I'll just raise the rent and I'll make more money," which I think is an abomination. I don't think you should raise the rent on people like that. But regardless, like, working a 9-to-5 is still always going to be easier because stress. You don't have to worry about, oh, what happens when your empire comes crumbling down. You know what I mean? Like, that's the point. Once your empire comes crumbling down, you don't have any more audience, right? When I go to work, I don't have to worry about, I guess I kind of do if you talk about, like, mass layoffs and stuff like that, but for the most part, there's still another job waiting out there for me, and if there's not, then that comes with policy changes and the government and legislation that's going to help fix that, hopefully. But regardless, it's still a lot easier for me to wake up and say, hey, I'm going to go to my 9-to-5 and then make money off of that, because at least I know when payday's coming, right? There's plenty of creators now that go for months and they're making nothing. So you got to be grateful for that as well, because it's a lot easier to wake up, go to a 9-to-5 than it is to be a YouTuber streamer. So I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, what do you guys think, right? If you guys think that being a streamer is easier than 9-to-5, then drop it in the comments. Maybe we can come on here and we can debate, but I'm telling you that working a 9-to-5 is always going to be easier than being a streamer. But other than that, this is Lucas, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hey man, this is a great first few videos. You know what I'm saying? If you look at his channel, y'all go show love. Y'all please subscribe, bro. If y'all look at his channel, he only got 3 videos, but this is good content. You feel me? This is really good content. I love this. Y'all please subscribe, show love. Anybody who wants to support this, please. But yeah, man. I agree with all his points. You know what I'm saying? I love his non-biased opinions here. Especially talk about the whole OnlyFans situation. Feel me? Yeah, because in content creation, let's be real. A lot of times, 9 times out of 10, you either have to be really good looking, you have to be super funny and goofy, or you just have to be willing to do the craziest stuff ever. Those are the 3 top things in order to be a content creator, or be super controversial. Those are the 4 things that will keep you relevant. For the women, I'm not here to bash y'all, okay? I promise, I'm not here to bash y'all. But a lot of y'all do just get on OnlyFans thinking, oh, I'll just take a quick picture of my butt and I'll make 6 figures and I ain't gotta do nothing throughout my day. Just cause a man is the quote unquote provider doesn't mean you can't put in work. You go work, you know what I'm saying? Put the time in. It builds character, it builds morals. You'll appreciate your money 10 times more when you work for it, rather than if you're sitting your butt and just expect everything to just come to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, influencing is hard. It is a hard job. It is honestly harder than a 9-to-5. Let's be real. It is. Like he was saying, clout doesn't last forever. When there's moments where you fall off or you're not trending or whatever the case may be, you have to take a step back and figure out, oh, what's next? What's going to put me back on the map? What's going to help me trend again? Whereas a 9-to-5, as long as I walk in the building, tuck in my shirt and flip those burgers, I'm going to get the same check. You know what I mean? It could be a busy day. It could be an empty day. I'm still going to get the same check. So that's something to think about, man. Something to really think about. And now, a lot of y'all do not understand the hard work it takes for streamers, content creators, influencers, all that. But that's a whole nother topic we can get into another video, because that's a whole nother discussion. So, if y'all want to hear that conversation and that discussion and want to be a part of even a debate, we could really debate on here too. If y'all want to do something more interactive, hear me out. If y'all want to do something more interactive like that, then please like, comment, and subscribe. It's all free. It all helps me in the algorithm. Why not help support your boy and build this community? But man, until next time, we out.